Did anyone out there hear? You're right, though. Those weren't the emergency tones for the EAS. Mm-mm. Well, then I've lost my hearing or my mind completely because...
I think it was Bob's iPad.
No, because I don't have a thing on it. There's nothing popped up.
We just heard like that tone that goes off when you have an Amber Alert or something that you should turn off. That sounded bad.
It was loud. It was loud. I don't think it came out of a device.
I think it came out of my speakers. I swear to God.
Loud. Right.
Was it in a commercial or something?
You can't put that just randomly.
Did y'all hear it? Call us, 512-834-0937. Well, no, my concern is if it was EAS tones, you're not supposed to play those outside of a test.
By the way, this live broadcast is brought to you by Renegade Truck Accessories, renegadetruck.net.
Thank you.
Did I get that right?
100%. You're on the account.
It's not my phone. That's really going to baffle me. I mean, we were sitting here and very loud, the bleep, 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 boop tone.
Aliens.
And I swear it came out of that speaker.
And I was killing that spot, too.
But nobody has, nobody's calling to say you heard it. So I guess we've lost our minds. That's going to be one of those things we'll never figure out. I'm looking at people's comments on Facebook, and I'm typing stuff and then realizing don't respond. And I saw an ex-girlfriend complaining about the homeless situation, which I believe is poverty. And if you're bothered by seeing trash, then do something about homelessness and poverty first. And I always wonder if I had been with that person, would their mind have changed? Because a lot of couples tend to think like each other. Hold on. I guess they heard it. Rick, did you hear those
No, they didn't.
tones?
Yes, sir. Just got one on my phone. It's for some vehicle. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out.
Okay, so
I think it went through the radio.
Bob,
it didn't.
What's on your phone right now? Do you see a Amber Alert on your phone?
Yeah, that on my phone, not on my iPad.
It was your phone. Okay,
that was loud. Wait a minute.
I thought it was out. It was loud. I thought it was a speaker. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You're not here, Rick.
Let me tell you what my concern is. You know, when we do an EAS test and you hear that,
Edit that out.
which to me always, you gotta edit that out. It always sounds like somebody's going.
Move over, Mike McRae. Someone's coming for your crown.
That's right. No, who was the guy from that movie?
Michael Winslow.
I am choking.
That's a train.
Michael Winslow.
I am choking.
I used to could do
It was
a few
Michael
of
Winslow.
them. I used to could do a few of them on mine.
All right, do something.
Well, I was doing a train. Anyway,
Wait, what was that?
I haven't done it in years.
Wait, what
Bob will
was that
tell
you
you,
were doing?
I was known as the man of 1,000 appliances.
That's right. But I'm saying, what were you doing just now?
I was trying to do a train, but I haven't done it in years.
Hey, the Union Express.
Anyway, so those tones, somebody thought it would be funny to play them in a bit. His name was Bobby Bones. FCC fined Clear Channel 6 figures, something like that.
And he got Dancing with the Stars.
And he got Dancing with the Stars and American Idol. Isn't life funny? Life's so funny.
Life is a hoot.
So, okay, thank you, everybody. I don't need everybody else. We found out it was Bob's phone.
Yeah, go find that kid.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It just sounded for me like it was coming out of that speaker, and I was concerned, but that is not the same. What is it, Amber Alert? Turn that off.
It was Carrollton. I turned my sound off, but...
I love the fact we have Amber Alerts and Silver Alerts, but they ought to be regional. You know, when you see a Silver Alert, and I've used this joke so many times, when you're driving down 183 and it says El Paso, Papa's already driven into the river. I mean,
they're methodical with it. I've been to those meetings.
See it. Yeah,
I've been in the meetings with the Homeland Security.
The
people.
Homeland?
They know what they're doing.
Anyway, I always wonder if you would have changed, if you would have thought, see an old girlfriend or something with a comment on that whole thing. But I don't get. We were going to come back to what? Canceling?
Well, yeah, Dr. Seuss.
Oh, we're coming back to Alex
Jones.
Okay, so you have it.
I do.
Do I want to sync up the video with it or not?
That's up to you.
Do you see Alex on here anywhere?
And if not, I can play the...
I don't do anything in order. Let me see if I even put a link up. I don't know if I did.
You don't have the video. I can play the shorter version. That is...
Well, how long? No, the one I sent you is 2 minutes long. I want to hear the whole thing. I don't have it. It's a stage. Alex is sitting in a chair. It's a dark background. And let's hear what he has to say. And this is, I need the article, though, to find out when this was recorded. So play it, and I'll look that up.
Okay. Well, the first 7 seconds are like dead silence. So
okay, that's fine.
It's playing right now.
I'm so sick of Donald Trump, man. God, I'm sick of him.
And this is where they roll music.
This is where they talk about the documentary.
Which documentary?
This was shot for a documentary,
Oh.
and I got to find the background on this. Let's go to the Hill. Right now they're rolling. Alex Jones has made money off of all these different things that he said, blah, blah, blah. That's what they're rolling right there. That's it?
No.
Yeah.
What's going on?
He's thinking.
Still thinking.
Part of me, the selfish part,
That would be all.
wishes I'd never met Donald Trump, wishes that I'd never met Roger Stone. Because unlike previous things I'd done that were game-changing, those were just time-space continuum reflections of the third big change I was going to be involved in. And that was bringing Donald John Trump into Austin. I'm going to say it again. I said Austin into office. Because this is, you guys are actually really good questions. This is going to be a really good thing, but I'm going to say it again in a minute. Let me drink some of this Armani. I'll try to say it. Because it's the truth, and I'm just going to say it, that I wish I never would have met Trump. I wish it never would have happened. And it's not that the attacks that I've been through. I'm so sick of Donald Trump, man. God, I'm sick of him. And I'm not doing this because it's like I'm kissing his ass. You know, it's just like I'm sick of it. Do it in a minute.
All right, so this was 2019, and I'm not playing this because of your political beliefs. I'm playing it because I've been around hucksters. I've seen hucksters my entire life, and Bob said it earlier. He likes the word hucksters.
It's a great
so
word.
that was 2019, and so he continued to push all of that with, here in Austin. Alex Jones leaked on video saying he's sick of it. The video was taken by filmmaker Caloan Robertson, who shot a documentary with Jones and leaked it to the Southern Poverty Law Center's Hate Watch initiative, which tracks extremist groups. Jones has been one of the vocal, bombastic supporters, often amplifying and sensationalizing false or misleading statements. It's a money thing, people. We've said that before. Which that's a sad thing, too, where people just follow that blindly. I was reading this morning about QAnon, that if you start to believe one thing, if it tumbles in your head that they're lying to you, kind of like me with the Iraq War, where I just got the instinct they were lying to you, that with some people, all the dominoes will fall, and you'll find a group like anti-vaxxers who would have never been part of Q,
Right. But suddenly it's kind of like eating
it will all tumble together, and you'll just be part of the conspiracy theory community across the world because they're like-minded people who doubt everything that's in front of them.
kind of like eating potato chips. You get
Right.
that, you eat that first one.
Right.
No one can eat just one. So you get that first one down. You go, well, the second. And then you
Robertson
start getting it,
says-
you buy the whole bag.
I just listened to that entire clip going, I should have screamed more off the air so I could have gotten that.
I should have had a
I
fake
could've-
voice.
I could have gotten that gravel voice, everybody. I'm telling you right now, it takes me a while to get in there. But if you listen, you hear that rattle.
A fake voice
And I've
is
made
great.
millions of dollars from that rattle. Dudley's made $800 just doing King Shark. I've made millions.
Yeah, we didn't do it right.
Hi, everybody. It's King Short.
He said it just shows.
I'm excited to be here
It
today.
shows he doesn't care about anything he talks about. He doesn't like him, and then he goes on camera. Yeah, dude. I know people in this industry who have told me that they're feeding their audience. I won't name them, but they have, or I've heard secondhand where they go, "Listen, man, this is the audience, and I got to play," which I never could have done. I never could have played that part.
Mitch McConnell voted for what did we just do with when you are mad at a president?
Oh, impeach?
Thank you.
He didn't vote for it. He voted against it. But he came on the floor of the Senate and said that he did a bad thing.
He came on the floor of the Senate during that vote, and he said, this president absolutely incited this violence. He said that.
Yeah.
Then this week, somebody asked him if the former President Trump runs again in 2024, would you vote for him? And he said, if he's the party nominee, absolutely, I'll vote for him. And, someone said, well, how do you justify that? If you said, he said, because my job is politics.
Right.
My job is party power,
before, yeah.
and that's just the way it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually like, well, I've said it on this show before. People get sideways about it, but Mitch McConnell is one of the
Best.
greatest politicians in the modern
Plays the
era.
game.
Here,
And
and-
people think when you say that, you're saying that you love that person. I don't agree with any of his policies. I'm saying at the game of politics, few
He's
people
the
have
Tom
been
Brady.
few people have been as smart and cunning as he has.
Rush Limbaugh was the most talented broadcaster behind Howard Stern. He changed. This is the reason we have such
I think he was bigger than
divisiveness.
Stern.
Divisiveness. Yeah, I know, but I'm a huge fan of Howard's.
Okay.
And a lot of my shtick comes from there. So let's.
My apologies.
Yeah, maybe you'd learn something with me as your mentor.
There's no telling where I would have done if
Learn how to
with the
cry on air.
like where we would have done if we heard the cash register ring.
I couldn't have
And
done
then
it.
it rang again.
I can't not tell the truth. I mean, no,
Can't you?
no, but that
You hear that
that's,
sound and you go, okay, well, let me say
somebody
this.
recently told me a left-leaning or moderate talk show host wouldn't work. To which I say, yeah, it has, and it would. If you, they always, it's just like
It's easier though to go
we're
the
not
other
talking.
way.
This isn't. This is just society. It's the same thing as the Democratic Party in Texas. They always put a pussy up for, and I mean pussycat. They always put a wimpy dude up.
They won't
And
fight.
Beto
They don't play
O'Rourke-
dirty.
Beto O'Rourke will not get elected because of one phrase.
play dirty.
When he said, "You're damn right, I'm coming to get your guns," it's a no-brainer.
That's pretty much
if you want to
that's a
run
death
somebody
knell in this
against,
state.
huh?
It's a death
That's
knell
a
in this
death
state,
nail.
yeah.
So they're going to put him up anyway when they should be grabbing Art Acevedo and running him, even though Art claimed to be a Republican. Why? Hey, I looked up cancel culture to see if there was a song, and there's an actual song. Let's listen to it. We'll have to edit it out, I guess. It's Fantastic Cancel Culture of YouTube. Let's see how this sounds, because I'm going to talk about who's been canceled, which is somebody now every day. And you'll all have 15 minutes of shame at some point in your lives. And here you go.
Person with fame does something that makes people complain. Public accusation leading to shame
it's like
by
a
the
slam.
masses with the aim to boycott. It's insane. We label as guilty before innocent. It's a sin. Words out of context before they begin. And while you try to recover from the abuse, the accuser gets tangible rewards for the news. But who's to say, anyway, what's politically correct? Last I checked, all we need is respect. If fact-checking the victim is called victim shaming, why can't we fact-check the accused before blaming? Because believing words blindly is just anarchy, being deafened by our favorite.
I don't think it's a bad song. The kid sounds exactly like everyone playing Call of Duty with a mic on. I had a guy. I love this thing. There's a thing where you can't hear the other team, but if you kill a guy, there's like 2 seconds where he can say something.
Ouch.
And I heard a guy with a really high voice. He went, "I killed him," and he went, "Ah, figgot," but he didn't say figgot. It was interesting to me. It's
can't say
funny.
that.
Really, it's just a teenage kid still dropping the figgot bomb.
Let's hear it.
Voice so naturally, so neutrally.
I want Chewy's rating on
It's
this.
when you think you know it all, when you really stop learning.
Cancel culture, chill a little longer. Don't be so vulgar.
Hold on. This says copyright-free music, so no copyright. We can leave this in.
Each other. Can we cancel
We need to pull this. We need to pull this for our bed for cancel culture.
Copyright free, baby.
What do you think of it as a rap tune, Chewy? I'm going to save that for us.
I don't think Macklemore could have done better.
Hey,
I know you're a fan.
Don't knock Macklemore. He actually improved a song that I hate. Is it Macklemore or I'm getting my rappers?
I hope it is.
Let me see.
I listened to
Hold on.
the Gemini album the other night.
Is it?
Oh, do you have that on vinyl?
Yeah.
I bet that sounds good.
It
Is
sounds
it
good.
MC?
Willy Wonka?
Is it MC or MA?
Oh, I thought you said Equimini. I thought you had
No, I have Gemini
Hey.
on vinyl.
How do you spell Macklemore?
Mackle
Like the fish.
WHITE.
Like mackerel more.
and then
Maybe somebody else. I think it was Macklemore that improved a song. He did a
Wow.
cover, but I don't know.
all those rappers look alike to you.
No,
Oh.
Macklemore's white, right?
Yeah.
Somebody's
As
just
white
trying
as-
to dude, I was listening
It's the
to
only
some
rappers
rap
he can see.
this morning. I was listening to some rap this morning. Don't look at the screen.
All right.
This came up on my
Oh,
favorites.
which I watched. What did I watch last night?
Well, my name is Dale, and I'm here to say the
No,
morning show is coming your way.
This came up on my
From
playlist.
7 to 10
Oh,
every
every day.
morn,
White Tiger.
we talk
This-
about
this-
things like porn.
This came up on my playlist this
I'm
morning.
not looking.
I listened to rap. I
I'm
listened to the
not
whole
here
thing.
to cause a
I was listening to stuff.
And we go a little something like this.
Oh.
Hit it.
Tone.
Both of them came up. Funky Cole Medina and the other one that was Funky Cole Medina.
Wild thing.
Which was Funky Cole Medina.
Right.
I dig it.
I remember my ex-wife and I liked this song together.
Cowbell. I want more cowbell.
What happened to Tom, man?
That's right when Gangster Punk kicked in with the hardcore stuff. Right as soon as he hit.
Gangster punk?
What do you call it? Did I say punk?
Gangster
No, you know,
punk?
gangster rap kicked in right then.
Yeah.
Also, some gangster punk. Shut up, Matt.
Wait, what year was?
You know
Dude,
what?
you gotta laugh. It was funny,
I
man.
know, but
Dude, why are
can
you
we get
defensive about
you
everything?
need a sidekick.
You need
coyote-
to just enjoy the fact that you. It's funny that you said gangster punk.
The coyote needs an armadillo that is just there to point out every
That's
time
when the gangster punk
every time
really
he
kicked
says
in.
something wrong.
I know.
Really
And I just
kicked in.
said says something wrong. I bet there was gangster punk.
Yeah. Yeah, hell the other was.
What? Why are you? You're just gonna really dig in with defending, aren't you?
Got triple down, dude.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
agree with
here's
you.
who's been I need to pull that song since it's not.
Play loud.
Copyright.
Change what we're doing. Go up and put gangster punk into the search bar. And let's find the lead gangster punk
I
band.
bet it might be an actual artist. Gangster punk.
Okay.
Gangster punk rock is a thing.
Category punk gangs. Gangster Punk by Blah on Amazon Music.
Awesome. Let's listen to
It's
it.
a song.
Well, I don't think we can play it because I don't have a subscription to that. So
You have Amazon. I think you get.
Yeah, if you got Amazon Prime, you can. you
yeah,
can-
okay, guys.
All right.
Blah blah. Here's who's been canceled today. Amazon's new logo. I didn't even know they had a new logo, and it's already been canceled and redone.
Really?
Yeah.
It's got that little smiley
it's the
arrow?
smile, but it's got a little. They put a little tape on it, blue tape, underneath, and
Oh, they changed.
and people said it looked like Hitler's mustache.
Oh no, people are never happy, are they?
Well, no, it's cancel culture, which Tracy Schultz doesn't believe exists.
Yeah, there's
an
the-
absolute. So there it was. So it was blue tape on the top.
It
and
looks like a box. It's like a sealed box,
But
is what they're trying to go
how-
for.
Oh, it's just an icon for an app. It's not a new
Yeah,
logo.
right.
How pitiful do you have to be to get online to even see?
I
Look,
don't see that.
I say if you're seeing Hitler, then you're a Nazi, because I don't see Hitler in that.
I don't see
but
it.
now I do. So they
What
just,
about that? Remember the CPAC design? Was that a conspiracy theory or them messing around?
I have no idea, dude.
Wait, which is the one? Because there's two. You
The
showed
one-
us two. The one has.
the one that doesn't look like Hitler's mustache, the one that's folded.
Okay.
Why, do you have the
Yeah.
old one still? If so,
No, I've always had the folded one.
let me see. See if you had the other one.
Oh,
You could sell that on blockchain for
oh,
millions.
I could do one of those.
Did you
And
go
then-
home and look all that stuff up
No,
yesterday?
but I asked Dylan to get on it. I'm paying him to get on it.
To buy you a painting or to do a painting in digital?
To put some of my digital artwork up
Yeah, that'll probably-
on the blockchain.
Okay, Dr. Seuss was not canceled. The people who published Dr. Seuss decided not to publish these, and I don't want to. Before we get into this, Dr. Seuss did one of the best books about racism, about the star-bellied Sneetches,
Right.
that was all about distinguishing people because of something on their skin. So I don't understand the outrage at all, because Dr. Seuss, remember the star-bellied Sneetches? They had stars upon theirs, and they
Yeah.
weren't, and that you weren't welcome unless you had the star. Or
I'm
something
looking
like
at those
that.
books that you put up there. I don't think those were any of his greatest hits. And I
Mm.
think at some point it was like a licensing deal. Like, I don't think Dr. Seuss wrote every Dr. Seuss book.
I think he did. Why
I
are
don't
you-
think he did because they have other names on some
You're
of the
trying to
books.
tell me that Theodore Geisel couldn't actually write 100 books when they were only 7 pages long?
Dude, the writers aren't that prolific
Yeah.
with their rhymes and their beats.
What about some of the gangster punks?
Yeah.
Let me see the covers.
What
'cause
about
I-
the guy that wrote Cancel
Here's
Culture?
what they're not doing. They're not doing, and I think I saw it on Mulberry Street. And see, we should do a joke here, but we can't on cancel culture.
See, these are not his
'Cause
greatest hits.
You could change it. We could change these to make them sound racist, but nobody would get that we're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they would take us seriously.
Oh, the places you will hoe?
That would work. Yeah. They're
The
canceling.
Sneetches get Steeches?
If I ran the zoo, McElligot's pool,
There's a walk it in my pocket. Mama, will you sock it?
On Beyond Zebra, Scrambled Eggs, Super, and The Cat's Quizzer. Yeah, that's horrible. They're taking these down. Ones that I didn't even read as a kid.
10 apples up on top, but that peach down below, Mama.
Did you? Oh, you have some written.
Yeah, we did. We did some yesterday. Abby came up with blue waffles and eggs.
Did you come up with those before the show or after?
What do you mean?
Did you come up with those titles before the show yesterday? Your show?
During the show.
Okay. Just wanted to know. If you're starting to write before the show, I wonder why you never did it here.
See, not every book was written by or illustrated by Dr. Seuss.
Okay. Dr. Seuss has a long history of publishing racist, anti-Semitic work spanning back to the 1920s when he was a student at Dartmouth.
Who doesn't?
There, Dr. Seuss once drew black boxers as gorillas and perpetuated Jewish stereotypes by portraying Jewish characters as financially stingy.
It wasn't Redfish, Bluefish the first time.
It wasn't.
My school books, because I couldn't draw to save my life until I met Chris Bickerdike, and I can draw that little face, of me. I should admit this.
You were live, remember?
No, I drew swastikas all the time. Swastikas.
Oh, boy.
I say swastikas. Yeah, I did. I'm admitting.
I drew them all the time as a kid. I thought they were a badass design. Am I canceled for saying that?
Yeah. I'm sorry, dude.
Now, when you cancel me,
just to me and Chewy now.
Cancel culture will get down to two dudes just waiting for each other to say they're wrong. There'll be no more jobs.
It'll be the ultimate game show.
No one has a job.
Everybody's been canceled. There's two people
and
left.
It's two dudes or a girl and a boy just waiting for one of them to say the
That's
wrong
actually
thing.
what
did you say?
We're doing King of the Hill with cancel culture.
It's actually, it's what Waiting for Godot is actually about. The last two dudes
is it?
available. Yeah.
I never read that one.
That's not right.
Generation Z wants to cancel Eminem.
Hell yeah.
There's a trend on Twitter.
I don't know. Does it really even matter once he's already like a bazillionaire?
No.
It's like,
no.
You're going to take his money
It's
away?
like Kevin Spacey. You go, he was a great actor, and it's a shame. And then you go, but as far as personal, he's got the money. I bet Ari, who called me day before yesterday, not Ari, what was his name?
Shafir?
No. Who called me?
Yeah. Why are we blanking
I don't
on
know.
the name?
Oh, Piven?
Yeah,
Jeremy Piven called me, and Jeremy's not doing movies anymore, but I think he's probably got the dough, doesn't he, from Entourage?
That's where my argument has been sometimes, even with you guys, not in a mean way, but the idea that there's anything called cancel culture, because no one seems to have actually been canceled. Nobody's had their money taken away. I know that some of them haven't worked for a year, but they are still multimillionaires and then after a year, they come back on their mea culpa tour and make millions more.
Well, not everybody, like a city councilman or something.
Sure, and I think that's where there's some difference. Now, there is, the term call-out culture, I guess, maybe.
This is TikTok, and I have an idea for a bit.
Okay.
My daughter's been doing TikTok forever. It's mostly you lip-syncing to a song and dancing. I think we all, four of us, should do a TikTok and competition and put them online.
Okay, right after our band.
Right. Or before our band. It'd probably be easier to do TikTok.
Yeah, then we can TikTok the band.
Yeah, I like us.
Perfect.
I'm confused. What are we doing?
We're going to download TikTok.
All of us?
Are you
or just one
assuming
of
that we
us?
don't have it
All of
already?
us.
Wow, y'all don't have TikTok already?
I don't want it on my phone.
Already got it. But I see most of it on
What started as a
Instagram,
TikTok cancellation has now become a war between generations. Eminem is one of the most famous rappers. And even though some Gen Z have been trying to cancel him, his fans have been supporting him. It all started when TikTok users thought Eminem's lyrics were problematic. One of the most talked about, I said this years ago. I said this about millennials. Russia could come and land on the beaches of South Carolina or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. And say, we're going to take over your country. And there's a generation of people who go, okay, as long as you be nice, don't talk to anybody.
But here's what's great.
We welcome you.
Here's what's great. The millennials spent the last few years in colleges looking for things to be outraged and canceled. And now one of their luminaries, Eminem, is now being canceled by the generation below. And it's that thing that happened in China and it happened in Vietnam. Happened in Vietnam, where you started going and telling children, look for your parents to make these mistakes. And then they would take the parents away. Their parents would be whisked away to camps, never to be seen again. Yep. When you start these quote-unquote revolutions of culture wars, And eventually the Turk comes for you, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I was thinking that on the way in this morning. I think I get about getting fired.
Yeah. Well, eventually.
I gave you that line, right?
Yeah, you're the one that. But eventually, so the Turk is now coming for the millennials
They're
by the
going
next
after
generation.
the lyric, if she ever tries to effing leave again, I'm tired of the bed and set this house on fire. They also, Gen Z needs to know about Guns N' Roses. I used to love her, but I had to kill her.
I'm not defending this. I've always wondered about rock and roll, though, and art. Like, how do novelists, classical novelists, and classical painters, how come they're not getting canceled for some of the horrendous things that are in those?
No one cares.
Because no one's smart enough
Let
to
me
go
play
around and
this,
do that.
though.
You know,
Because
you go to
this-
an art
I'm at the
gallery
break,
and
guys.
go look at.
I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm at the break. We can come back, but I just wanted to go out with this young lady's
Okay.
response to the Generation Z.
What? Gen Z's trying to what? Cancel
See,
Eminem.
this is what we could do right here.
Gen Z's trying to cancel
How do you know I don't?
Eminem?
Right.
Honey, that's cute. Listen, little kitties, let me make this quite clear. This man was around even before you were here. So what, you're all mad because the man was a lyricist while all your rappers are mumbling gibberish? No, go ahead and shut your mouth. Better yet, go and sit your ass in time out because boy was running laps even before you could walk. Hell, boy was spitting bars even before you could talk.
Yeah.
So no, I'm afraid you're null and void, dear.
Yeah.
I'm afraid your opinion don't matter here because one day you'll grow up and see how everyone went and forgot about Z.
Now, that's terrible, but it's okay because she's attractive.
Yeah, and the thing is that those aren't even the worst Eminem lyrics.
No, they're
No.
not.
Like
They're not at all.
stab you in the head, whether you're a or les. Like
Yeah, didn't
He
he,
said
use didn't
really
he,
offensive
didn't he go
stuff.
Out, didn't he say the figget word too in a couple
a
of songs?
lot.
Yeah.
That's what I just.
Why do
censored
you
myself
think
over.
Chewy loves him so much?
Boy, wait till they hear Eddie Murphy Raw or whatever that one is.
I know.
I watched that with a
I
Gen
watched
Zer, and it was uncomfortable.
I watched it. It was uncomfortable, and I wasn't watching it with anyone. I was going, man, we used to could do whatever in comedy.
It was uncomfortable for me to hear. I had forgotten.
I
that
got
it's
no
just,
problem with figget.
It's
Just
just
don't be
that
looking
bit.
at my.
It's just that bit. Otherwise, the rest is okay. I think.
No,
No.
no,
not so
The
much.
family stuff was still all
The
right.
family stuff is great.
All right.
Lillian, I'm putting the rules on the refrigerator, Lillian.
There was some stuff in Coming to America that was a little questionable when I watched it a couple
Oh,
weeks ago.
Eddie Murphy just did an interview with somebody. He said that the only reason Louis Anderson is in the movie is that the movie company demanded they had a white character in the movie.
That's the one to pick.
Yeah.
I'd go with George Clooney.
As to Saudiology.
they look the same.